Hi guys. I said I would follow up with a Divine Feminine reading. Um, Taking a look at what Divine Feminine's gonna do in response to Divine Masculine's proposal. If you haven't seen that video, please go back and watch it. Okay, here we go. Okay. First card, deep discussion. I'm sorry, owl. Ring. Key. So I think when Divine Masculine comes to Divine Feminine, there's going to be a long discussion about commitment. I feel like what Divine Masculine says, more along the lines of what he promises Divine Feminine, is going to be the deciding factor in what Divine Feminine agrees to. The yes and no is going to be in what Divine Masculine says to her. Woman. Lilies. Snake. Again, I feel like what Divine Masculine says to her and what Divine Feminine feels internally will be the deciding factor in whether there's movement forward within the relationship. I feel like what Divine Feminine is looking for is a feeling of peace, like within her spirit. That level of peace that she feels is what's going to unlock the relationship. But again, I feel like Divine Feminine is going to be leery about trusting Divine Masculine. I don't think that she's going to believe him at first, because I feel like in the past he has betrayed her. I feel like he's made promises that he has not kept, promises of commitment that he's went back on after she's trusted him. I feel like betrayal is what she expects from him. I feel like time and time again he's stabbed her in the back. So I think that's going to be something that she asks him, like, okay, why should I trust you now? You've betrayed me time and time again. What makes this time so different? Moon. Clouds. And mice. I think, like, Divine Feminine is not going to make a decision right away after she speaks to Divine Masculine. I think she's going to spend some time thinking about what he said to her. I think she's even gonna look at every single word under a microscope, um, to see if she can detect any lying or, sneakiness. I think in that examination is going to include a full examination of the relationship. And I feel like what comes out at the end, the conclusion, is going to be what moves the relationship forward. I feel like she's also going to look at herself and see if she has the endurance to go through another round with Divine Masculine. I feel like this is a relationship that's been through the ringer, so to speak. And I think she's going to examine if she feels like her and Divine Masculine are really compatible. I think she's going to weigh the pros and the cons really well, and see how they balance out. I feel like if she comes to the conclusion that the cons are more than the pros, that she's just going to tell him no. I feel like Divine Feminine may take a lot of time to do this examination of the relationship, and I think that Divine Masculine is going to experience some fear because of how long it's taking. I feel like the time that she takes might actually cause an issue, possibly an argument within the relationship. And I also feel like Divine Feminine is going to be annoyed with herself because I feel like she's going to have a hell of a time trying to figure out what she wants to do with the relationship. Like, I can hear her saying, "What is my problem? Why can't I just make a decision?" Clock. Letter. And Clover. I feel like the conversation between Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine may take either a long time or it may happen over a series of conversations. Like, I feel like maybe this conversation happens over 5 conversations or 3 conversations, or it's a conversation that extends for like 3 hours straight. There's something about time in this conversation that's significant. And I feel like the time is something that has to happen. There's something over this span of time that needs to, like, almost be birthed. Maybe it's like trust. Like, trust needs to be built over time, and that's why the conversation takes so much time. And again, I feel like Divine Feminine needs that time in order to build trust with Divine Masculine because of the betrayal that's been experienced in the past. The saying, "Rome wasn't built in a day," just popped into my head. So, as an example of the time that needs to be, that needs to take place. And again, it's the time that it takes for all this to come together between Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine is going to be I think a pain to both her and Divine Masculine. It's just, I feel like it's going to take a lot of time for things to come together. But I feel like this card right here, the end card, is that all of these things, the conversation, the needed peace, the time that it takes, the uncertainty, is going to end up being prosperous. And that is the end of this reading. And I'll see you guys next time.